The Ferraris have to improve here.
Line.
They're at major risk.
Doesn't pro, but only
1.2 away.
Ooh. It's quicker, yeah.
That's a good middle sector, only losing 3/10 in comparison to Nico. As through Larascas and towards Anthony Nose, and one Alpine second. Where can the second French outfit go? To the line, with cast in the Alpine, crossing the line, and it's only P16, and I think that is going to be it. Unless there's battery on board that Alpine, that's our third car already confirmed elimination. You've got Riley, I think at Vortex in 20th, and you've got Cast as well in the Alpine, the championship leader, finally revving up their pace. It's tapping in the wall in the inside of the swimming pool chicane. Into the Rascas we go. Turning the wheel right. Turning the wheel right one more time through Anthony No. Coming towards the line. Yellow flags are out somewhere on the lap as we come across the line and loses
I thought
Scott's
still trying to get around to start a lap. I thought he'd already started, but obviously not. Going to be tight.
Yes, Scott's just crossing the line now, so he had a little bit of time to spare. Statlev, we don't know what time. There we go. Where will we go? He improved up to P7.
It's a good lap.
Lap there, yeah.
The most level low down to 10.
Shadow. Bit of a whack there, but only 5/10 down. That's quite good.
Terry invalidates.
Ooh, that's not good for Terry, considering Shadow is currently improving at the moment. Elias also up as well. Scott will be on a lap as well, so we'll definitely
not improving though.
True. Shadow goes up to P10
ahead of level low and puts a Ferrari one closer, so the Ferraris are going down. But I think actually, Daman and Cast have retired, so I think it's either if Helios over the line. Helios crossing the line up into 11th, so it's either Terry or Scott,
off.
And
He's
Scott
invalid.
is going slowly.
Scott's
so
out.
The Ferrari Q1 faces elimination.
Wow.
That is not promising. Avoid the embarrassment of having no Ferrari in the top 10. Nice and close to the wall here, which you have to do in Monaco, which is pointing out the obvious, but you've got to just be committed. You have to trust that you're not going to hit the wall. You have to be committed through every single apex. As Tezeo is flying over the course of the opening 2 sectors, as Cricket Gold is not flying. Quite the opposite, really. Seems to be sinking away in terms of lap time. Through Anthony O towards the start-finish line. A little bit wobbly on the exit. He's got time to recharge again if he must need it. Cricket goes over the line. Only Tevez Tezeo loses time in that final sector. Lost around 2/10 in that final sector with Marley in the Alpine, looking to cement themselves in the fight for pole. There's a yellow flag out on the track somewhere, no idea where. Marley, purple, in that middle sector, tentative on the turn-in, ghosting for whatever reason, as through Larascas tagging the inside wall. And now, Anthony knows the final corner, start-finish line, approaching the start-finish line now here, as Marley over the line, up in the third, 0.367 away. Championship leader, by the way, is not pushing at this minute in time. I believe that was the McLaren that had just let through Tsunami.
He's got time. He's got time.
Has he got the fuel though? Tsunami not improving, but 3/10 and then 3/4 of another 10th away for the end of the middle sector. But I think they've actually just backed off, it seems.
Yeah.
Level O, 2.5 cents away. End of the middle sector, swimming pool section. We have navigated with the Mercedes. A bit of margin there still on the exit of the swimming pool section. Seemed to be a little bit of a slide from the front end in Rascas through Anthony Nose and to the line we go with Levelo, and it's 6/10 away, but I think that should be safe and the championship leader should get a move on here. I think they're at the end of the first sector as Statlev coming towards the final corners on the racetrack using the Japanese cherry blossom livery for the Haas car. Over the line we go, Statlev ahead of Tsunami. Demotes Andrew down into 9th and the championship leader down to 10th. Barker over the line, up into 10th to demote the championship leader down into the bottom 5. Are they improving those? Tezeo is marginally up. Helios can't make it through. The other Ferrari's already out. Shadow only 13th. The Red Bull Tezeo, Jeffrey Boy not improving in that first sector, hugging the wall. Jeffrey Boy improving in the middle. Tezeo over the line, won't improve their time. Now that there is no doubt. Duffy in the pit lane, and it's the championship leader It's Barker or Jeffy, the McLaren, who is leading the way
He's
in the
invalid.
driver's title. Invalidating his time, and that is it.
Yeah, it's
the
just a pig.
championship leader
Oh.
is out in the second part of qualifying. Jeffy Boy will start the Monaco Grand Prix from P11 on the grid, whilst his rivals for the title are 9th and 1st. Enter Tezeo, who has now purple in that first sector, through the left-hander off to back, then through the swimming pool section we go, with Marley in the Alpine. Yellow flag out on the track somewhere in the circuit, I don't know where, as someone's just joined the session. There's Marley up and around Raskas, up and around Anthony Nose, tagging the wall, smacking the wall on the exit of Anthony Nose, and that lap well and truly ruined. So Marley will set a 1 minute 11 point something, as Tezeo flying as you'd expect, considering the age of those medium tyres. To only be 7 tenths up though, it's kind of concerning. Yellow flags out once more as Levelo is only 4 tenths up on Marley's time, as Tezeo will come over the line now, and the Red Bull, it's a 109.974 provisional pole, an advantage to Red Bull, but is that Statlev, who is half a second up on Tezeo's time, as Levelo towards the line we go, as one Mercedes 6 tenths away,
Nico's
and Statlev comes towards the line, and Statlev crossing the line, must have lost a lot of time in that final sector, but Nico is flying. The man who saw his championship leader, the championship leader go out in Q2, crosses the line, 8 tenths ahead of the field, a 109.099. Barker 2 seconds away. You've got to attack it. It's Q3. You have to put everything on the line, as Tezeo invalidates their time. Andrew through the chicane, 6 tenths away, losing 6 tenths in that middle sector. This time by the Mercedes seems to be outrageous here, as the Red Bull, as Salu is just 4 milliseconds away from being half a second away. As Andrew over the line, it is to 3rd position, but it's 9 tenths away from pole position. Salu coming over the line. The McLaren, who saw his teammate go out in the second part of qualifying, over the line. 2nd fastest, but 7.5 tenths away. We enter Tabak with the Racing Bulls, and now through the swimming pool section at the minute, on for a front row for the Racing Bulls team, for the team from Faenza, through Larascas, and then through Anthony Nose, and the Racing Bulls will come to the line. And where can Duffy put their car? Crossing the line, and it is 3rd fastest for the Racing Bulls. Tsunami is not improving their time. Duffy has exceeded track limits at turn number 1. 5:30 to go. The question is, does Nico need to go back out?
Tsunami's just setting a banker here just for Delta. I can tell because the pace is nowhere near. Yeah. Considering the traffic in this sector, not ideal. As the V-Club starting its lap to the line, what can it do? It will only be P7. 1.4 seconds down from the quickest time in this session so far. Statlev now. Yeah.
Not bad.
4 tenths down.
On course for a front row through the swimming pool section. And what can Statlev in the Haas do? Salu is 7.5 tenths away. What can Statlev do in the Haas? This would be a historic day for Haas if they can take a front row here in Monaco over the line. And provisionally, yes it is. But what can Andrew do in the Red Bull over the line? 8 tenths away, only 5th. Salu purple in the first, green in the middle, not seeming to challenge it. Tsunami up and around the final corner. Nico is out on the track as Tsunami crossing the line for Williams to the front row. But Salu will look to take that straight back away. Salu to the line, and it is only it's up in the second, 4 tenths away. Tezeo bails out. Tezeo on the wall on the pit entry.
Duffy was only 3 tenths down. Mali's only 3 tenths down as well.
Marley as well. Duffy around the final corner through Anthony Nose towards the line. What can the Racing Bulls do? Crossing the line up in the 4th header Statlev. Levelo in the Mercedes. Can it be a Mercedes 1-2? No, it won't. It's a Mercedes 1-8. But what about Marley over the line in the Alpine? Up in the 3rd position. But I think that is it for qualifying. Nico did not need a second lap. It is pole position for Nico, who is looking to take the lead of the Drivers' Championship today. 2 of the rivals for the title. One is 7th, one is 11th.